you were a child, fear was stitched into your mind. Don't talk back. Don't question authority. Don't take risks. Stay in line. Stay safe. That conditioning wasn't meant to protect you. It was meant to control you. And the result? A world full of people who live like prisoners in invisible cages. They fear rejection. They fear judgment. They fear failure so much, they never even try. But here's the brutal truth. The world doesn't reward the fearful. The world rewards those who stand tall when others bow. The world rewards those who carry themselves like storms in human form, calm on the surface, but powerful enough to shake everything around them. That's what it means to be the danger. And let me be crystal clear. When I say be the danger, I don't mean violence. I don't mean chaos. I mean presence, psychological power, the kind of aura that makes people think twice before crossing you, the kind of presence that silences a room the moment you walk in. Because whether you know it or not, life is a battlefield of psychology. Your boss controls you with fear of losing your job. Your partner might control you with fear of losing love. Politicians control with fear of crisis. Media controls with fear of missing out. Fear is the most ancient currency of power. If someone can control your fear, they can own your life. But the moment you learn to control fear, the game changes forever. Let's talk about the dark truths of psychology that most people never dare to face. Truth 1: perception is power. Humans don't fear reality. They fear what they perceive as reality. History proves this. Think of the Mongols. They didn't just conquer with swords. They conquered with terror. Stories of their brutality spread faster than their armies, and entire cities surrendered without a fight. The perception of danger was stronger than the actual danger. You can use the same law in everyday life. When you project certainty, others follow. When you carry yourself with unshakable body language, people assume you're in control, even if you're still building that confidence inside. Power isn't about what you have. It's about what people believe you have. Truth 2: silence dominates. Weak people talk to prove themselves. Strong people let silence do the talking. Imagine this. You're negotiating. The other person throws out an offer. Instead of rushing to respond, you just stay quiet. Seconds feel like hours. Their brain panics. They start justifying, lowering their price, exposing weakness, all because of silence. There's an old saying, the lion doesn't have to tell you it's a lion. Silence is power. Stillness is power. When you don't flinch, when you don't rush, when you hold eye contact without breaking, the other person feels it in their bones. Truth 3: fearlessness is learned. People look at warriors, leaders, revolutionaries, and think they were born fearless. Wrong. Fearlessness is not a gift. It's a discipline. The Navy SEALs have a saying, get comfortable being uncomfortable. They train in freezing water, in total exhaustion, because they know courage is built through suffering. And you don't need a battlefield to train fearlessness. You can do it daily. Speak your truth when your voice shakes. Say no when it's easier to say yes. Walk into the unknown even when your knees tremble. Each small act is a weapon. Each small victory rewires your brain. Fear becomes smaller. Courage becomes larger. Until one day, fear knocks and you don't answer. But there's a deeper level. To truly master fear, you must become what others fear to lose. That's what it means to be the danger. Not to harm people, but to become so valuable, so strong, so confident that losing you is a loss, that your silence is punishment, that your absence is felt like a storm leaving the sky empty. This isn't theory. Look at history. Alexander the Great was said to walk with such confidence. Soldiers twice his size followed him into battles they thought they would lose. Why? Because his aura was stronger than their fear. Julius Caesar would pause in silence during speeches, and that pause held more power than his words. Even modern leaders use this. The most powerful ones don't scream. They don't beg. They don't rush. They project danger with calmness. Now let's talk about the other side. Because dark psychology isn't just about using power. It's also about defending yourself when others try to use it against you. When someone guilt trips you, they're planting fear in your mind, fear of rejection. When someone pressures you with now or never decisions, they're planting fear of missing out. When someone gives you silent treatment, they're trying to dominate your emotions. Recognize this. Awareness is the antidote. The trick only works if you don't see it. The moment you recognize the strings, the puppet show collapses. Here's the paradox. People will always try to control the fearful, but nobody tries to control the danger. When you project power, when you set boundaries, when you become untouchable, you stop being a target. So how do you start? Let me give you practical steps. Train your body language. Walk with your head high, shoulders back, slow movements. A calm body is a powerful body. Control your voice. Speak slower. Lower your tone. Don't rush to answer. Make people lean in to hear you. Build mystery. Don't overshare. Leave gaps. Let people wonder. Mystery creates respect. Practice small courage daily. Each time you resist fear, your brain rewires. Each act makes you more untouchable. And the most important, never beg for respect. Respect earned by begging is slavery. Respect earned by presence is freedom. The great philosopher Nietzsche once said, "The man who has a why can bear almost any how." Fearless people are not reckless. They're anchored by purpose. Find your purpose, and fear becomes noise. Lose your purpose, and fear becomes chains. So I'll ask you, do you want to remain prey? Or do you want to become the storm that no one dares to cage? Do you want to remain the puppet? Or do you want to cut the strings and take control of the entire show? Remember this, fear is the oldest prison, but the key has always been in your hand. When you decide to rise above fear, when you decide to project power, when you decide to be the danger, nothing and no one can control you again. So share this with someone who needs to hear it. And if you want more dark psychology secrets that most people are too afraid to face, subscribe now, because the war for your mind has already begun. And in this war, only the fearless will survive.